There is a moment, a precise, almost invisible second, when a woman decides she wants to sleep with you. And here's the part no man ever wants to admit. She has made that decision long before you even realized you had a chance. That truth cuts, doesn't it? Because it means all those times you thought she wasn't interested. You might have been wrong. It means the nights you went home overthinking, doubting yourself, hating yourself. She might have already chosen you, and you never saw it. How many times have you been blind while she was already choosing you? How many moments died in front of you because you were too trapped in your own insecurity to see the truth happening in real time? Men look for words. Women decide through instinct. And that's the brutal divide. You wait for her to say something, while she's already feeling everything. You rely on what you can hear, while she communicates through signals you were never taught to read. And here's the forbidden mechanism most men will never accept. If you can recognize that moment, the moment her biology whispers, yes, you stop chasing. You stop doubting. You stop being the man who waits for permission and become the man who sees what other men never notice. Because once you understand how a woman truly decides, the entire game changes. And that's where we're going now, deep into the body of this truth, where her instinct reveals what her words will never say. Let's begin. Long before you ever open your mouth, long before you throw a joke, a compliment, or a glance in her direction, she has already scanned you. And she's already made a quiet decision her body feels before her mind understands it. That's the part men never grasp. You think attraction starts when you talk to her, but for her, the decision sparks the moment she first senses your presence, your posture, your energy, the way you occupy space without needing to prove anything. It happens early, earlier than your ego is ready for. While you are warming up, she's already calculating. While you are wondering what to say, she's already registering how your presence shifts something inside her. This is why the first few seconds matter more than anything you say afterward. Because women don't decide through logic. They don't sit there dissecting your personality like a checklist. Their biology makes the first move. Her nervous system is scanning you before her brain even enters the conversation. Your calmness, your dominance, your certainty, your silence, your self-governed energy. This is instinct, raw, ancient, older than language. A woman's body measures a man long before her mind forms an opinion about him. And that is why so many men lose without ever knowing they were in the game. You show up thinking you're starting from zero. Meanwhile, her instinct has already given you a score. She doesn't need time to figure out whether she's attracted to you. She needs time to justify it to herself. That's the difference. Men react. Women predict. You wait to feel comfortable. She has already felt something shifting, something fast, something subtle, something she won't say out loud. That's why her eyes flick over you the first moment she senses you in the room. She's not analyzing your shirt. She's analyzing your presence. She's feeling your energy like an animal checking the air for danger or desire. By the time you even realize she looked at you, she already knows whether you're a possibility or a waste of her time. And here's the most painful truth. Most men try to impress her after she has already decided. They start performing when the window is already open or already closed. But if you can see the truth early, if you can sense the shift in her body before the world notices, you stop operating from desperation and you start operating from instinct, just like her. And that changes everything. Presence is the trigger, not your words, not your jokes. not your carefully scripted lines that you rehearsed in your head on the way over. Women don't fall for what you say. They fall for what they feel in the silence between your sentences. And this is where most men lose before they even begin. Because men talk to impress. Women sense to decide. Your presence speaks before you do. It tells her whether she can let her guard fall, even for a second. And that single second is all she needs to make the decision you will spend the rest of the night trying to understand. When a woman feels a man's presence, something involuntary happens inside her. Her breath shifts, not dramatically, but subtly, like her body is adjusting to a new temperature. Her shoulders loosen. Her voice softens by half a note. The air around her changes texture. These are not conscious reactions. These are the instincts of her nervous system responding to yours. She doesn't choose this, her biology does. You'll miss it if you're trapped in your head, if you're busy thinking of what to say next, or if you're desperately trying to look confident instead of being confident. Presence isn't performance. Presence is the absence of trying. It's the stillness of a man who doesn't need to prove himself because his energy proves him already. That stillness is what lowers her guard. That stillness is what makes her tilt her head slightly, what makes her glance away too quickly, what makes her inhale just a little deeper when she meets your eyes. Men read these as coincidences. Women read them as surrender. She looks at you, then looks away too fast. That's not shyness. That's her body betraying desire. Her nervous system is reacting to a force she wasn't prepared for, a masculine presence that doesn't beg for validation, doesn't over-explain itself, doesn't chase the moment. A man who occupies space as if he belongs in it. A man who isn't rushing to fill silence because he isn't afraid of what she feels in it. This is why presence is more powerful than words. Words can be faked. Presence cannot. Words can be memorized. Presence must be lived. When your energy is grounded, she feels safe enough to open. When your energy is unshaken, she feels drawn without understanding why. And when you stand in front of her with that calm, unbothered certainty, she feels something ancient inside her respond. Something she doesn't talk about. Something she can't hide. Something that tells her, quietly, that you might be the man she's been waiting to surrender to. And in that moment, the decision begins. There comes a moment, a quiet, biological shift, when her nervous system gives you permission. Not verbally, not consciously, but physically, instinctively, involuntarily. This is the moment men never see, the moment that decides everything. Because before she ever chooses you in her mind, her body chooses you first. And when that happens, something inside her softens in a way she cannot fake. You'll feel it before you understand it. Her body moves from defense into openness, from guarded vigilance into quiet surrender. This is the sympathetic to parasympathetic switch, the primal transition where her fight or flight dissolves, and her feminine instinct steps forward. It's subtle, but unmistakable. Her breathing deepens. Her shoulders drop just a fraction. Her chest loosens. It's a physical exhale she didn't mean to show you. A biological release that signals, I feel safe. I feel drawn. I feel you. Then comes the second sign, the gaze. Not the quick glance she uses to test the room or check the mirror. This one lingers. 3 seconds. A beat too long for coincidence, too soft for indifference, too revealing for a woman trying to stay composed. It's the moment her eyes stop analyzing you and start absorbing you. Women only hold that kind of gaze with men they feel something toward. And even when she snaps out of it, even when she looks away pretending nothing happened, The decision is already forming beneath the surface. Her body tilts slightly towards you without her realizing it. A micro-lean, a shift so small you'd dismiss it unless you were awake enough to notice. But that tilt is nature's confession. It's her instinct reaching out before the rest of her catches up. A woman never leans toward a man she doesn't trust or doesn't desire. And then, the delayed smile, the rarest tell, the one that exposes her completely, not the polite smile she gives strangers, not the forced one she uses to be socially soft. This smile blooms slowly, as if her body remembers something her mind hasn't processed yet. A smile that doesn't match the words she's saying. A smile she tries to hide, but fails. That is the moment her nervous system whispers yes. But here's the dangerous part. If you do nothing, if you get nervous, overthink, break eye contact, rush your words, or step out of your presence, the moment dies instantly. She closes the door as fast as she opened it, because her body only gives permission when your energy feels stable enough to hold it. This is the moment men pray for, the moment most never notice, and the moment only a few know how to respond to. When her body softens, when her gaze lingers, when her nervous system opens, she's not inviting your words. She's inviting your leadership. And if you can meet that moment with grounded masculine certainty, everything that comes after becomes inevitable. The reason men never see this moment, the moment her body gives permission, is brutally simple. Men are blind in the exact moment they need to be awake. Not because they're stupid, but because they're conditioned to look everywhere except where truth actually lives. While her instinct is opening, his insecurity is talking. While her guard is falling, his mind is panicking. While her body whispers yes, he is busy convincing himself she's a no. Men sabotage themselves from the inside out. They overthink the very moment that requires presence. The masculine instinct that should sense her softness gets drowned under layers of self-doubt, social conditioning, and fear of misreading the situation. Men don't miss opportunities because women hide them. They miss them because their own mind blinds them. You were taught your whole life to wait for clarity, to wait for permission, to wait for certainty. But attraction doesn't announce itself like that. It arrives through micro-signals, through subtle emotional shifts, through instinct, not through words. And because you expect logic, you dismiss instinct. Because you want confirmation, you ignore truth. Because you fear rejection, you never notice acceptance. Most men have lived so long inside the cage of their insecurities that they don't trust what they feel. So when she looks at you a little too long, you second-guess it. When she tilts her body toward you, you rationalize it. When her voice drops, you tell yourself it means nothing. You run from the very signals women hope you'll pick up. And she senses your blindness instantly. A woman feels when a man cannot see her. This is the real tragedy of male psychology. You were too busy proving yourself while she was already choosing you. You were performing when all she wanted was presence. You were talking when the moment required silence. You were analyzing while her instinct was opening right in front of you. Men assume rejection so deeply that even when a woman gives them green lights, they paint them red. You don't lack signals, you lack awareness. You wait for the perfect moment while she's handing it to you in the present one. And when you hesitate, the window closes. She pulls back. She reevaluates. She decides you aren't the man she thought you were. Not because you weren't enough, but because you didn't dare to see what she was giving. A woman speaks through signals. Men wait for permission. That's why the world is full of missed chances, not because she didn't want you, but because you never learned to see the truth in her silence. If you followed this far, you already understand the truth. A woman never tells you with words that she wants you. She reveals it through instincts she can't hide. And once you know these signals, you'll realize how many times in your life you stood inches away from a woman who had already chosen you. These are not flirting cues. These are biological tells. Uncontrollable, involuntary, ancient. When you see them, the decision has already been made. The first sign is the mouth glance. Quick, sharp, instinctive. Her eyes drop to your lips for less than a second. This is not curiosity. This is biology rehearsing the kiss before she consciously admits she wants it. A woman does not look at a man's mouth unless she's already imagined it touching hers. The second sign, the exposed neck. She tilts her head, brushes her hair aside, reveals the vulnerable line of her throat. This is the oldest signal in human sexuality. In nature, exposing the neck is submission, not weakness, but invitation. Her body is telling you, I feel safe, I feel drawn, come closer. The third sign, the eye lock, not constant but lingering, longer than politeness, shorter than confession. It freezes you for a moment. Her pupils widen, her gaze softens. This is the feminine instinct opening. If you feel the air change, you're not imagining it. Her attention has already chosen you. The fourth sign, the sudden voice drop. She begins speaking more softly, more slowly, almost like her words are subconsciously trying to pull you in. Women lower their tone around men they're attracted to. It's primal. It's intimate. It's a cue most men misread as shyness. The fifth sign, the fidget reaction. She adjusts her hair, fixes her clothes, touches her neck. These movements aren't performance. They're her body preparing, awakening, responding. Any woman who becomes self-aware in your presence is feeling something for you. The sixth sign, the proximity excuse. She finds reasons to stand close, to sit near, to stay within your orbit. Accidental shoulder brushes. Coincidental closeness. Women don't move toward men they don't desire. The seventh sign, the delayed goodbye. The conversation should end. But she lingers. She hesitates. She waits for you. This is the final, undeniable signal. When she doesn't walk away, it's because she doesn't want the moment to end. If you see 3 or more of these signs, understand this. She already decided. The question is not whether she wants you, but whether you're awake enough to lead. Men think a woman's desire is simple, linear, logical. But the truth is far darker. A woman can want you intensely and still pretend she doesn't. She can feel desire burning under her skin and still walk away. She can decide she wants you and still act like she barely notices you. This isn't manipulation. It's the hidden architecture of female psychology, designed to protect her reputation, her safety, and her emotional identity, all at once. Desire for a woman is not just desire. It is a battlefield between instinct, fear, ego, and image. This is the duality principle, the split between what her body wants and what her mind allows. When her instinct chooses you, her mind immediately begins fighting it. She worries about judgment. She worries about appearing too easy. She worries about losing control. She worries about getting hurt. Women don't hide desire because of you. They hide desire because of themselves. Their biology is fast. Their reputation is slow. and they always protect the slower part first. This is why a woman may avoid the very man she desires most. Her distance is not rejection, it's containment. She steps back to see if you step forward with certainty. She acts colder because the feeling is hotter. She tests herself more when she feels more for you. The stronger the desire, the stronger the disguise. This is the part most men misinterpret. You think she isn't into you because she isn't obvious. But the more she likes you, the less obvious she allows herself to be. A woman wants you, but she wants you to deserve the truth of that desire. She needs to know your presence doesn't collapse under pressure. She needs to know you can handle the version of her she doesn't show the world, the vulnerable, instinctive, emotional side she hides behind filters and expectations. Her logic isn't broken, it's protective. She's not confusing, she's conflicted. She's not resisting you, she's resisting how much she wants you. And here is the twist that shocks men. When she avoids you the most, it's often when she burns for you the deepest. The avoidance is not distance, it's containment of desire she's afraid to unleash. A woman conceals intensity until she trusts you won't misuse it. So if she looks away, acts composed, or pretends she's unaffected, don't assume the moment is dead. Often, that's when the moment is most alive, hidden beneath the dark logic she uses to protect herself from wanting you too much. Once her instinct has chosen you, once her body has softened, her signals have slipped, her logic has begun its silent war. There comes a moment that separates men she desires from men she forgets. It is the moment you must act, not aggressively, not desperately, but with grounded masculine leadership, the kind of movement that tells her you are not just attracted, you are certain. Most men lose this moment because they're waiting for more proof. They want a sign so obvious even a child could read it. But attraction isn't a neon sign, it's a window. And windows don't stay open forever. When her body leans in, when her voice drops, when her goodbye lingers 1 second too long, that is the moment of alignment. Her guard has lowered just enough for you to step in. Her desire is awake. Her fear is quiet. Her instinct is open. That is when a man about to lead. But men kill this moment by doing exactly what women never respond to. They talk too much. They ramble. They over-explain their intentions. They second-guess their own presence. And in that hesitation, the window slams shut. A woman doesn't want a man who begs for clarity. She wants a man who creates it. The masculine move is slow, deliberate, intentional. It's stepping closer with calm energy. It's lowering your voice instead of raising it. It's holding eye contact instead of breaking it. It's letting silence thicken without rushing to fill it. Leadership is not force, it is certainty. And certainty is the rarest thing in modern men. She has already chosen you emotionally. Now she's waiting to see if you choose her physically. Touch her hand lightly as you emphasize a point. Guide her subtly with your palm on her lower back. Lean in just enough that your presence surrounds her without suffocating her. These are not random gestures. They are the physical translation of everything she has already felt internally. Presence is the invitation. Leadership is the doorway, and if you don't walk through it, she will close it forever. Because to her, hesitation signals weakness. Nervousness signals doubt. Overthinking signals insecurity. And none of these traits feel safe to surrender to. She wants a man who knows what he's doing, not because he rehearsed it, but because he embodies it. The exact moment you must act is the moment she stops resisting her own desire. If you step forward with grounded certainty, she follows. If you freeze, she withdraws. And the truth is painful, but simple. She doesn't wait twice. The moment you step forward, the moment you lead with grounded certainty, is not the end of the test. It is the beginning of a deeper one. Because once a woman feels the spark of attraction and the pull of your presence, her instinct kicks into the next phase. Verification. She needs to know she wasn't wrong. She needs to feel that her desire won't betray her. She needs to confirm that the man she's opening to can actually hold the space she's giving. This is where most men collapse without even realizing why. Women test not to reject you, but to measure you. These tests aren't games. They are instinctive filters shaped by survival, biology, and emotional intelligence. They appear right after the moment you lead, because that's when the stakes rise for her. The first test is the security test. She creates a tiny moment of uncertainty. Maybe she goes quiet. Maybe she steps back half an inch. Maybe she asks a question with double meaning. She's not pulling away. She's checking if you pull away. A man who stays calm, steady, grounded, unchanged, instantly passes. A man who becomes flustered, apologetic, nervous, fails. She needs to know your confidence wasn't an accident. Then comes the masculinity test. She might challenge you lightly, tease you, or disagree just to see how you hold your frame. This isn't conflict. This is calibration. She's testing whether your strength was real or just a performance of the moment. She wants to know if your energy collapses when met with resistance. If it does, desire dies. If it doesn't, desire deepens. And finally, the most powerful one, the desire test. She falls silent, not cold, not distant. Silent. Women use silence to expose truth. She wants to see what you do when there are no words to hide behind. Do you panic and overtalk? Do you retreat into awkwardness? Or do you hold the eye contact, the moment, the tension with the same calm certainty that made her open in the first place? These tests are not obstacles. They are gateways. A woman doesn't test a man she isn't interested in. Testing is confirmation. Testing is investment. Testing is attraction, verifying its own choice. When she tests you, she's not asking, "Are you good enough?" She's asking, "Can you handle the part of me I don't show the world?" If you remain steady, grounded, unshaken, you become the man she can surrender to emotionally and physically. If you waver, she withdraws. Because a woman cannot follow a man who cannot hold his own center. She's not testing to push you away. She's testing to make sure she can fall. In the end, everything comes down to a single moment. One subtle, instinctive opening that decides the entire direction of a connection. A moment most men will never see, not because they aren't worthy, but because they were never taught to look. Women have always spoken through signals, through breath, through softness, through tension. But men were trained to search for certainty in words, and in doing so, they miss the truth happening right in front of them. A woman doesn't choose you when she says yes. She chooses you long before that. When her guard slips, when her energy shifts, when her instinct pulls her toward you despite every rule she's created to protect herself. And if you're awake enough to feel that moment, everything changes. You stop chasing illusions and start recognizing reality. You stop performing for approval and start noticing the signals that separate desire from politeness. You stop being the man waiting for permission and become the man who moves with presence and intention. This moment decides who leads and who follows, who hesitates and who rises, who she remembers and who she forgets. Men who see it move differently. They speak less. They sense more. They operate from instinct, not insecurity. They don't force connection. They reveal it. They don't push desire. They awaken it. Because they understand that a woman chooses with instinct and a man chooses with awareness. And once that awareness clicks into place, the world never looks the same again. You begin to see the micro signals, the breath shifts, the tilted head, the silent pauses, the way her energy tightens or opens. You realize attraction was never a mystery, only a language you were never taught to read. But now, you see. Now, you're dangerous in all the right ways. Not reckless, not aggressive, just awake, present, grounded. The kind of man a woman can trust her instinct with. And from this moment on, you'll never mistake silence for disinterest, nor softness for coincidence. Because now, you finally see what men never see.